Welcome to
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing?
I talk about so many different things
How
to
you
make your
been?
life entertaining and
What's
informative.
going
I'm
on?
doing the unexpected
What's
people
good?
and the stories are awesome.
Are you
Please
getting it
subscribe
in?
and check me out.
Somebody
Leave
getting
a
it for
over
you?
review and rating and welcome
What's
to
going
Tyrique Hudson's
on,
house.
people?
Follow me on Instagram. See y'all.
Subscribe to my channel.
Okay, I want to share this story with you. This is about Tyrique Hudson. He's only 22 years old. And I want to share this story with you because today he's being buried. A 22-year-old software engineer murdered by a white neighbor months after the court denied request for protection order. Now, a 22-year-old Baltimore resident was gunned down by the 53-year-old white neighbor just months after trying to obtain a protective order against the man. Now, Tyrique Hudson was fatally shot in the stairwell of his apartment while he was leaving for work on April the 15th. After neighbors heard the gunfire, they looked outside and saw James standing over the victim's body. Now, Tyrique just moved to the area to start a job as software engineer at Northrop Grumman. Before that, Hudson completed a five-year early college program in only 4 years while in high school and earned a computer science degree in North Carolina A&T University under 3 years. His mother said the 22-year-old was headed for great success. He never had any competition or any fights, Hudson's mother said. Tanya told nobody has ever has to come and say, oh, your son did this to me or your son did that to me. He was just an overall very gifted, unique child. After this shooting, James locked himself inside his apartment for 10 hours until the SWAT team broke down the door and obtained him. Now, James was facing charges on first-degree murder, reportedly suffers from schizophrenia. Officials revealed during the preliminary hearing early this year. Tyrique went to court to obtain protective order against the suspect. During the interaction on February the 16th, Hudson was confronted by James while he was taking out the trash. Now, James allegedly told him, you knew this day was going to come, while making a throat gesture, of course, cutting his throat gesture. He was getting his mind set to move because he feared James. When Hudson attempted to get a court order bearing James was making physical verbal contact, District Court Judge D.V. Patterson Russell denied the motion, citing a lack of evidence. Unbelievable. Judge Russell has since been temporarily reassigned pending verdict from the Court of Appeal, which is considering suspending the judge. You should suspend him. Suspending the judge for his behavior for Baltimore court. Now, Hudson's family is now preparing for his funeral, which takes place as of today, which is April 27. It is going to be very hard in the days ahead. The mother said, I know my faith will guide me. I believe in God. We trust God will be supernatural strength for me. Okay. Now, this a little bit about James, the guy that basically killed him in cold blood. Now, James has a record. James was arrested for the following charges: first-degree murder, second-degree murder, firearms with a felony, reckless endangerment, first-degree assault, second-degree assault. Give me a second here. They already have him in custody. So they have him. This is the thing. Give me a second here. 22-year-old software engineer was murdered by the white neighbor after he tried to go get a protective order. Now, I want to share this with you as far as the news article and stuff.
Anne Arundel County, where officials say the shooter
Check this out.
is armed and still on the run. This happened around 7 o'clock this morning at the Colonial Square apartment complex in Glen Burnie. Police say one man was killed. They believe the shooter is still in the vicinity of the apartment complex, and a manhunt is underway this afternoon.
Our SWAT team is here on scene. Obviously, we have somebody who is capable of murdering somebody. We believe he is still armed. So we're going to take every precaution to keep everybody here on the scene safe and locate that suspect and take him into custody safely.
Police want people to avoid the area while they keep searching for that shooter. Everything that has happened. She says it's too early for her to read details about what happened to her son. Instead, she wants to celebrate TJ's life, a 22-year-old who had graduated from this Wilson High School.
This is Tyrique's high school from WECA. His picture, his senior prom.
Tanya Birch is a proud mom.
5-year program, he finished in 4.
Highlights from her son TJ's life are all around the apartment he grew up in.
TJ was a brilliant child, one who loved people, one who was driven to set goals, anyone that challenged him. He's never had any confrontation, no fights. Nobody had to come and say, your son did this to me, or your son did that to me. He was just overall a gifted, unique child.
TJ had taken his talents to the Baltimore area for a job with Northrop Grumman late last year.
Went ahead with him and stayed a week to make sure he knew his way around. Just a mother, sending your child off, no family there.
Earlier this year, Birch said her son had a run-in with his neighbor, 53-year-old James Verombeck, a man authorities say gunned him down earlier this week.
I didn't expect it to be this man because we were thinking everything was okay. And just on Friday, my son had went out and he had found an apartment to which he wanted to move. As a mother, my heart is aching. I don't know anything as far as how my son died, where did he get shot. I don't have any of those answers. And it's going to be very hard, very hard. In the days ahead, I know my faith. I believe in God. And I trust God to give me supernatural strength to get through it.
TJ's funeral is a week from tomorrow. He would have turned 23 in July. Tonight, the suspect is charged with first-degree murder. In Wilson,
He was born in 1996. He died 2019. TJ Hudson, Tyrique. The family, especially the mother, you're in my prayers. You're in my prayers. This is the thing. I don't know if anybody's doing this story or I didn't really see much about it, but I kept coming across my timeline. He's a 22-year-old software engineer murdered by a white neighbor months after the court denied requests for protection order. What is wrong with that picture there? He followed the rules. He went to court and it was denied protection order. If it's accurate, I looked at the judge, and of course, it's a white judge. Now, basically, allegedly he's white. The one I saw was white. Sometimes it's not accurate, but sometimes you look at these information, but what I saw, he was a white man. I guess he didn't find it be too much of a threat, and he said he lacked evidence. Evidence is enough for me coming inside saying, listen, somebody wants me dead. That's enough evidence. Take my word for it. But you didn't do that. And this is the sad part about when it comes to reality, when a person comes forward for help, they're denied. He had never had any confrontations with anyone with fights, his mother said. He was a 22-year-old headed for great success. Then all of a sudden this man allegedly has schizophrenia. He's all this crazy stuff like that. Y'all are not going to try that pleaded insanity, mentally illness, BS here. This man is 53 years old. It is no way in hell he should be walking around. He did the slice on the neck. So that's to let you know something was wrong with him there. It's hard when you are trying to do the right thing in this world. You try to go to the police and get a restraining order and stuff like that, but then if you're the kind of person that takes the law into your own hand because you feel like your life is threatened, you're in jail. But you're still alive because you killed their ass. But once again, playing the devil advocate, how do we not know you didn't want this one killing? Here is a young man, 22 years old, did everything right, living his life right, doing everything right, doing all the rules, following the rules. 22 years old. Murdered. And for what? For what? After the neighbors heard the gunshots, they heard outside of James standing over the victim's body, shooting him. When Hudson attempted to get a court order barring James from making physical or verbal contact, the district court judge, D.V. Patterson Russell, y'all can look it up, Google it, denied the notion, citing lack of evidence. Judge Russell has been temporarily reassigned pending a verdict from the Court of Appeal. He needs to be let go. Period. This is not a race issue. This is a human issue. If it was a woman came inside, a man is attempting to rape her, here is a man saying, oh, I need more evidence. He needs to be let go. Everybody can't be a judge. Everybody can't be a cop. Everybody can't be a doctor. When you see, do you see somebody's life has been taken for someone's action like this? That could have been, this could have been avoided as much as possible. And you lackily just basically sit back and just said no, put your pen down on the inside the desk, and you just walked on and went on a lunch and had a good day. This man's life was a target, but you didn't worry about that because you sat home and ate food with your family and you didn't give a damn what happened to this young man. But at the end of the day, as of April the 27th, they're burying their baby. Here it is, you got this man, James, that's basically crazy as hell. And y'all talking about some he in jail. No, he needs to be on the death penalty like the rest of them. Do something right for once. Because y'all got people on the damn death penalty that ain't did shit. You got DNA proving they didn't do it, but yet still you still trying to take them the fuck down. Any fucking way. And they're black. And I'm not going to make this a race fucking video. Because there's bad people in every fucking race. It's just, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to somebody sit back saying, listen, I'm in trouble, I need help. As a cop or as a judge, you're supposed to say, I'll help you. And y'all failed him. You failed him. Judge, you failed him. You failed this man. You shouldn't be pinning. You need to be taken off. You failed this man. You failed this man. You should be ashamed of yourself. Anyway, like I said before, I want to hear your feedback on this and stuff. It's only 20 years old. It's a software engineer murdered by a man named James, standing over his body, shooting the bullets inside of him. Unfucking believable. As of April the 27th, this poor baby is now in the damn ground. And for what? Now his mother has to get all his clothes and everything together and put it in a fucking box. And for what? For what? I told y'all before and I'll tell you again. Clothes look different when you're packing it because somebody did. I'm telling you. I've been there. Clothes look different. When a person is dead, when you lift them sneakers up and them clothes up and they send on that shit, it can make you go crazy. It is the hardest thing in the world to do. Anyway, before, like I said before, I love your feedback on this. Like, subscribe, share. Let me know how you feel about this. This is unbelievable. This is unacceptable. And y'all really need to step in. All you NAACPs, all these people running for Congress, whatever y'all running for, y'all need to step in and make sure this man is prosecuted to the fullest. Like I said before, subscribe to my channel. I love you. And please be safe. And thank you for watching. Catch the Raid.